Hi, I'm Ayesha Jones and I've got scoliosis. I was about 13 years old and I was on holiday in the Caribbean with my mum, and it's kind of like the first time she'd seen me in like a bikini and minimal clothing, and she noticed that my right shoulder blade was slightly poking out a bit on my back. We booked in to get it checked out at the hospital and they confirmed that I did have scoliosis and it was too severe to try having a back brace. The only option they offered me was to have spinal fusion surgery to kind of fuse a metal rod along my spine to straighten it. When I was talking to the doctor and telling him that I wasn't sure whether I wanted to go through with it and I had doubts and wanting to know if there was any other options out there, he kind of told me I was going to grow up to be a pretty girl with an ugly back, and he kind of bent me forward to show how hunched my back was going to get. And I just told him that it wasn't going to be ugly, it was just going to be different. So after the doctor called me a pretty girl with an ugly back, I just wanted to prove him wrong. And every year I used to go to the clothes show with my mum in NEC, and they had model scouts there, and they'd kind of approached me and be like, you should get into modelling, and took my photo. And then each year they'd do that, but then I wouldn't hear from them. And then I think I was about 16 where they actually called me back and invited me down to London to come in to their agency to get some test shots done. And I naively kind of told them about my scoliosis. They hadn't noticed it until I mentioned it, and they kind of turned me around and looked at my photo a bit more, and then I can kind of heard them in the distance saying, oh my god, look what it's done to her shoulder. So that was kind of, I didn't hear from them again after that. But after that experience I started to push my modelling myself and getting photographers to take photographs and contacting every agency I could and networking and building up a name for myself, just to prove that I could do it, and that my back wasn't going to stop me doing anything, and that I was just as capable as any other person. So I finally got kind of picked up by an agency in London, and they sent me for my first kind of paid shoot in for this designer. So I'd gone all the way from Birmingham to London to model. I hadn't told them about my scoliosis. Thought it's alright, once I'm in the clothing they won't notice anyway. But I got there and I put on one of their dresses and I walked in and I saw the designer look at me. She didn't come up to me, she didn't say anything, she just got someone else to come over and tell me that I had to go home. It kind of made me question why I was doing what I was doing, and it was kind of the point where I was like, what else could I be doing with my life? I want to be feeling good about myself and making other people feel good. I don't want to be in an industry where I'm made to feel bad for being myself.